Alright, good afternoon, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen, depending on when you're watching this. Today what we're going to do is we're going to work on writing a fraction as a multiple of a unit fraction. So let's go ahead and get started. If I give you the fraction 5 out of 6, and I ask you to go ahead and use an equation to write this fraction as a product of a unit fraction, this is what we have to do. The first thing is they ask us to go ahead and write an equation. That means we're going to add equal signs. Never forget that. Equation means equal sign. The second thing is we want to go ahead and make it a product of a unit fraction. So we're going to need our unit fraction of this number as 1/6. Now you might be asking yourself, why is 1/6 a unit fraction of 5/6? Well, here's the thing. When we're finding the unit fraction, first off we have to find the denominator. And the denominator in this case is a 6, so that's why we get a 6 right there. And if you remember, a unit fraction has to have a 1 on the top of it. So here we have 5/6 equals 1/6. But we're not quite done yet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have to write this as a multiple. So that means I need to figure out what am I going to multiply by 1/6 to get 5/6. So I want you to think to yourself, how many of these 5/6s would you actually need? How many of these 5/6s would you need to get? How many of these would you need to get 5? So here we have our 1/6s. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here's the thing, we would need 5 of these 6s. We need 5 of them. A little bit of a backwards 5. With that being said, we could say that 1/6 times 5 equals 5/6. And that is what I'm expecting you to be able to do today. Let's try another one. Here we have a different type of setup. We have 4 times 5/6. And again, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and find the multiple of that unit fraction. And it is an equation, so again, we're going to start out with an equal sign, equals. Now what we need to do is we need to think to ourselves, if we have 4 of these 5/6s, so let's just think to ourselves right there. Let's just say that here we have 5/6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have those guys all shaded in. That's 5/6 right there. Shade that guy in too. 5/6. Okay? Now, I need to take 4 of these. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. Pretty simple stuff so far. Now what we have to do is we have to figure out how many 1/6s there's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1/6, because that's my unit fraction right there. Unit fraction always has to start with a 1 on the top. 1/6, and I'm going to multiply it, and I just have to think to myself, how many 1/6s are there going to be? Well, I know that we have 1. I'm going to go ahead and use a different color. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes sense, 5 right there. Here we'd have 5 more, so we would have 10. Here we have 5 more, so we'd have 15. Here we'd have 5 more, so we would have 20. So we need to say 1/6 times 20. And that, boys and girls, is how you solve an equation or create an equation with our unit fractions and multiples. Thank you so much for checking in, and I'll talk to you later.